Okay, so in this tutorial, we're going to have a look at a really cool techno low-end rack. It's basically a kick shaper and a rumble bass all in one, and it's super easy for you to build. So I'm going to walk you through it. Now, before I get into the backstory of this project and where the rack came from, have a listen to this track and get a feel for where we're heading. So lovely piece of techno. So this is a track called Working. It's by 4 members from my Finish More music community, Frank, Guillaume, Oliver and Armin. Now, where this actually comes from is that inside of the community, we do collaborations. So loads of members in the community come together. It's something that we systematize, make it easy for everybody. And to cut to the chase for you, you get 4 members creating 4 tracks in 4 weeks. So they're learning from each other, building great bonds and all of these things. Really powerful thing to do, collaborating. And then at the end of it, we take all of the tracks, so there could be like 100 of them, and we get all of the project files, which is basically what you're seeing in front of you here. And we put it in an archive so that all of the members can download, dissect, learn, grab the presets, whatever it might be. And so this is one of those tracks. Now, I was having a little listen through, seeing what was in there myself, and I thought I really like the low end on this, so let's see what they're up to. And so I'm going to walk you through it because I think it's really cool. So I'm just going to solo literally what's creating this low end. And you've basically got one kick sound. And where the magic is happening is that it's going through this audio effects rack that consists of 3 different chains. So it's only one sound that's doing all of this. Now, one chain is the dry signal. So it's just a kick on its own. It sounds like this. Then you've got this next layer, which is the tops. So you've got an EQ taking out the thud and the low end subbiness. And then this drum bus. So if I take the drum bus off, and you can see it's got drive, it's got the hard setting on here, we've got crunch going on, bringing up the transients and the body, all sorts of good stuff is going on. But you could, really mess with these settings. It's super, super flexible. So let's hear the 2 of them together. I'll do the dry and then this top signal. So you can really hear how that would cut through the mix. And then the bass is also coming from here. So this is the bass sound. So it's that deep techno rumble. And if I just go to the end of this, there's some pretty obvious stuff going on. So we've got a filter taking out all the tops. So we've just got the subby, bassy part of the sound. A utility keeping everything in mono. And then we got a reverb, let's take that off, and some saturation. So here's the delay, simple 1/16 delay with some feedback. But listen what happens when we add the saturation in. So this is really heavily driven. And straight away we get that cavernous sound. Now you can experiment with the different curves. And of course, imagine you could put any distortion in here you want. You could have all sort of different tube emulations, all sorts of saturators, overdrives, experiment with everything. Because remember, we're taking all the high-end grit and those frequencies out later on down the chain. And then the reverb just ties all this together. And so what we get is 3 layers, and we can blend these in any way we want. So I can really take that down. It feels a lot more coherent. but obviously that tops was brought up when they had it in the mix and they realized they wanted it to punch more through the track. So it's actually a really simple rack, and imagine you can put any kick drum you want into this. You know that your bass and your kick are going to go because it's all made from the same source material. You can make easy edits and tweaks to this. And of course, this rack is mega customizable. Everything from swapping out your plugins to tweaking the native live devices that are in here is going to get you a wide variety of flavors and timbres. So I thought it was a really cool rack. I mean, this sounds absolutely banging, this low end, when the tune is kicking off. And I wanted to share that with you. I hope you found it useful. Something that's really easy to build, very easy for you to customize, and very quick to get results. So as always, if you've got any tips, if you've got anything that you can share, extra things you can add under the video that will help other people out, that we can explore with here at FMM, we'd love to hear what you're up to. Please do share it in the comments underneath the video. Until next time, happy music making.